friends, Jason with JAYBIRD Aerials here. This is definitely one of those videos that you don't want to make, you don't like to make, and I have to say, out of flying the last 4 years, this is only the second crash that I've had. Thankfully, the first crash that I had was with a Phantom 3 Advanced. I was flying and I had it facing me, and I'd only had the drone for about 2 weeks, and so at that point I hadn't gotten used to reversing the controls as far as flying opposite when the drone is facing you. So that is what happened during that crash. Thankfully, the Phantom 3 Advanced, it was a tank, and it came out unscathed, so there's no issues there. And this here is the only other crash I've had, crash number 2 in the past 4 years. So I'm thankful this is not a common occurrence, but at the same time, it scared me, obviously. So just to give you a little background information about how this crash occurred, I know you can see there in the video what you can see, but to give you the background information, the Skydio 2 was in follow mode, just using my phone. For the most part, the other videos that you've seen, for the most part, I've actually had it following me from the back position. So it would kind of follow around, and this exact same location is where I have performed this. I guess this is probably the 4th or 5th, maybe even 6th time I've done it in this location, and the Skydio 2 has performed flawlessly. I know today's a little bit different, maybe a little darker, and then also with the snowfall as well. That's some different factors that we're seeing today versus last time, or the other times that I've flown the drone in this area. This time also, I had it in the front-facing position, as you can tell. I wanted to have it out front where I could see it and just ease on back up the road to go with the video that you're seeing there, the snow video that I was making. I just wanted to add a little bit extra to it inside of just the aerial from the aerial videos from the Skydio 2 as well. So what you're seeing there, it's from the front. It's flying from the front mode. What I can tell so far is the only thing I can tell that has been damaged is the left front. If you can see here, the left front propeller there, it's got a little crack here, if that's going to come in clear for you. And then also here on the left, the right rear, you can kind of see this crack here. And you can kind of tell in the slow motion. I don't know if that's really going to pick up enough for you to be able to see that or not with the lighting, but wanted to show that to you. So that's the only two, I guess what you could say, broken pieces or cracked pieces that I could find on the drone. I've went over it very well. It was not very, but it was a little muddy and a little wet from where it landed there on the ground. You can see where I've shown there in the video as well. One just small mark on the surface there, the left front arm that comes out there to the propeller. That's the only other scratch, and thankfully there is a front and a rear propeller that's provided with the drone when it comes, so I can switch out both of those with what has been provided from the factory. And what I can say is this is a very well built drone. It is a sturdy drone from what I can tell. Now granted, the gimbal part I think is the most vulnerable, depending on how it falls or what it hits, how it would crash. That would be the most vulnerable spot I think I could find. And again, as you can see, it fell beside a creek. My first thought, the water had been up from recent rains, and my first thought is, oh no, it fell directly into the water. Thankfully it did not. It was beside the small creek there, and it landed on the snow and the leaves, so it was actually a real soft place to land, and it was top down. Battery did stay connected. The drone was still turned on when I went to pick it up. Recording had stopped, and that might be for me clicking the phone off at that point in time. And then also once I picked it up, I turned it off quickly as to not let it continue to run or anything if there's any malfunctioning taking place, which I didn't notice or see. So I went through looked at it real close, looked everything over, dried everything off, took one of my photo cleaning kits, my camera cleaning kits, and blew the air out of it with the little plunger air blower there, and then also took the cloth and dried it off, and then also used the brush to move any debris. Didn't really see anything around the lens or anything, just a little wet. I did conduct a flight test right afterwards just to kind of see if there was any issues, if there was any errors that came up that would pop up onto the screen or anything. Nothing came up. Everything seemed to be fine. Appeared to fly and respond as it should. So I was thankful for that. I did look to see about contacting Skydio to see if I needed to contact them. But they're closed on Saturdays and what have you. So, but I just wanted to reach out to them maybe to see if they wanted the flight records, wanted to see anything. And if you really watch it slow, you can kind of tell where it gets into the tree branches there. I'm not crazy surprised that the incident occurred. In just kind of how the location is. Being that I tested it out a few times prior, I felt comfortable enough doing so today. I wanted it to go with my video that I was making, so felt okay with trying it. But I probably will reach out to Skydio to see if they want any information from me, if they want the flight records or anything like that for research purposes, if you will. But thankfully, the very best that I can tell, I think that it's okay. Again, very strong device, very solid device. I mean, nothing is loose. I mean, there's no rattling or anything like that. Again, it wasn't that high off the ground. You can kind of tell from the video, maybe 6 feet-ish from the ground. And then when it fell flat on its top. So again, in a nice, fluffy, white snow bed. With leaves. So very fortunate in examining the cameras. I'm not seeing any scratches or any debris or anything like that. Everything looks good. Just, you know, a little mark there on the front left arm, and then the cracked propellers, which can be replaced. So shout out to Skydio for what has been for me an amazing drone to withstand this. And again, it's a short fall and what have you, and I know some others have experienced some crashes way worse than this, but just wanted to share that with you, let you see kind of how the promos started out at the beginning and then see what happened there toward the end, and just share this information. But again, shout out to Skydio YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, share the channel, like the video, get the word out, and so we're going to try to keep the content flowing. We'll talk to you soon.